What's up, everyone? This is Ashley, your Sky Reacher Community Manager, and we are back for another creation of the week. This is episode 65, and we've got another space themed build to show off. Ooh. We are taking a tour of Laura Awesome 12345's build. She's also known as Axolotl Made of Art. This build was created as one of the winners, or this build is one of the winners for the Celestial Structures, a space themed build challenge. I'm going to put her exact Roblox username down in the description below. Before we get our tour, let's take a sneak peek behind the build. When we asked about inspiration, Axolotl said, I like space. And with the Artemis 2 mission happening just a few months ago to bring 4 astronauts around the moon, I thought it would be fitting to build the rocket that brought them out of Earth's atmosphere, plus the moon. That's so cool. The palette for this build is mostly orange cloth, orange clay, and silver blocks, slabs, and stairs for the rocket, and mostly cobblestone for the moon. This build took approximately 2.5 weeks over the course of 2.5 weeks, not consistently building over 2 weeks. That'd be crazy. But let's get our tour. Axolotl does not have chat, so I am communicating her with in Discord. We are ready for the tour. Enter. Oh, it looks like our spawn is where she's been farming nightshade berry bush seeds. I believe that is the leaderboard that she is looking for. Looks like a giant rocket right in front of us. This is so cool. Going down. Oh, look at there's fire underneath it. That's so cool. And some sort of wood, maybe pine or petrified pine, maybe, or can't tell with the lighting. But there's wood down there. That looks cool. Very cool. Fire on the boosters. I use fire blocks to give it some light. Awesome. Right. Going up. I like the finishing block. That little touch of pop of color and the pattern gives it a cool effect. I said this in my stream when we viewed this, but the coffee cups are absolute fire. Like, what a good idea. When I was getting close, when I first saw it, I was like, what is that? And I got close up, and I was like, oh my gosh, how creative. Super, super awesome. The actual rocket, there are checkered patterns. I use some finish line blocks to do those. Yep. She's talking to me in Discord too while we do this tour. Fly around. Let's see words on the side. It says NASA, I believe. Some red cloth or clay. The use of fencing is super cool. It's a massive structure. Go down to the bottom. Again on this side. The iron bars. Yeah, the sides have the NASA logo. Typing something long. I use mugs around the rocket as well. They kind of look like pipes on the sides. Yep, totally. Love that effect. There's NASA logo on this side. This is so neat. I like the effect of the black and white clay there cloth. That looks so cool. What's in there? Oh, chain. That gives it a cool effect. Why not? I lost my fly. That's so cool. Going up higher. It's a little, I forget what that's called. Grate? Yeah. This is neat. Pillars. Use the pillars and fence posts. Really add a nice touch. I'm just going over to the moon. Mid chains connect the side boosters to the main rocket in the middle. Yeah. Neat. I'm getting so intense on looking at the build that I forget to look back at her comments. This is the moon. Oh, it's a spotlight on there. That's so cool. Light cube. North stars add a nice touch. Cobblestone on the moon gives it a cratery feel. Definitely, especially if you move away from it a bit. That's so neat. Super cool. And then the North Stars give it a sparkly kind of look. Indeed. They do. Little pops of light. So cool. Looks really awesome. This is very well done. Give you a down view. Go up. Oh no, I lost my fly again. That's cool. Super well done. There's a little moolah out there. Just noticed that. That's funny. Wood fences for the orange pipes. So neat. It just looks like especially when you're viewing it from afar, it does look orange. Just a different shade. And brown and orange are in the same family, I think. I think we're wrapping up. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. First, we got to get our screenshot. Let's get away from it. And I'll free cam. Let's see. Forget what part. Maybe I'll do 2 screenshots. And we'll dual screenshot it. That way, we can show the front and the back. I'm gonna go down to the bottom for. I want some of that stir. Can we do? Go down just a little bit more. Ah, yes. Couple angles there, right? All right, let's go behind the build. We asked what the favorite thing about the build was, and she said, I like the fire blocks that it put on the bottom of the rocket. It makes it look like it's blasting off into space. Zoom into that. Especially when you get out here, it really does give it that fire blast off feel to it. What was the most challenging to complete? The top of the orange part of the rocket. It is difficult to make a small cone without slabs and stairs, which cloth and clay blocks don't have at the moment. Let's go up to the top and check that. I think she did a good job of utilizing this silver color to kind of contour it. And then the different levels that she did really does give it that more rounded off feeling. I like it. Looks good. And then, what are you most proud of? I am proud of the details I put into making the rocket look as close as possible to the actual rocket in real life, such as using finish line blocks for the small checkered pattern on the side boosters. Totally agree with that, as well as the use of coffee mugs, and over here, the use of the iron bars. It really does. It all fits together and feels like a really, looks realistic to me anyway. Well, we we didn't have anything. She didn't have a one more thing to share with us. So thank you guys so much for joining me for episode 65 of the Creation of the Week. Stick around to the very end to find out how many ash blocks this build got. If you want your build featured or refeatured, you've gone before and you want to go again, click the form in the description below. I love getting to tour your amazing builds. That's the best part of my job. We generally coordinate through Discord, but if you do not have access, please note that in your form, and then wait for a in-game mail from Ashley underscore 0110. You don't have to wait; you can reach out to me too. Just make sure you note that you were asking about the creation of the week. Take care, you all, and come back. And next week, we will take a tour of our last winner of the Celestial Structures winners, and that is Kane Arconis' build. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.